Alright guys, today's April 10th. We are at Julie Nunn at One Day Lily Court, Martinsburg, West Virginia. Today, as you guys can see, I've taken before pictures of the shingle that we are repairing. So with that being said, I'm gonna do the diligence of trying to repair this as careful as possible. As you guys can see right there, we got our new shingle we will be replacing this 3-tab roof with. So yeah guys, stay tuned. One of the things I always like to show is we do use the snake tool. This is a proper tool to use while we're doing the repairs. I always like to emphasize we use this just because it creates less creasing. You know, it doesn't eliminate everything, but you know, it makes the job easier when a repair could be done. It sure does the job. So just stay tuned right now guys, and I'm gonna do the repair. As you guys can see, it is a 3-tab. You guys see the new, so I'm gonna have to identify where the tab starts in order to remove the nails. So the very first step, this is the one we're gonna do. So I have to break the seal of the top one. Luckily for me, the tab starts right here, so it's gonna go 1, 2, 3. So I have to loosen up these and also these shingles because they get fastened on the nail saw, and I'll show you when I rip these off how they intertwine. So the very first step is to loosen this. So it's loose. This one goes 2 and 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Oh, this one she's on there. All right, 3. All right, so the very first step to do is remove the nails that hold the shingle on the nailing zone. So the very first nail is here. So we got one nail out. So typically held by 3 or 4. As you guys can see, I'm taking this one out. It has some rust, probably some water getting underneath there, so keep that in mind. Got this one. There's one more here. And the third. So the reason why I have to lift these, I have to identify where the nail is. I can't really see, so that's why I have to lift these up. Now we have to loosen these up also as well, and I'll show you why here shortly. They intertwine with each other, so I can see this one's rusted too, so it looks like there's water getting in there through the nails, maybe. So just to keep that in mind. All right guys, so I've loosened them up from the nail saw. I loosened them up here. Now it's the magic of removing this tab out, putting a new one in. All right guys, like I said, I always like to explain how we lay a shingle. They're nailed here, so you guys can see there are the holes, but they're also fastened up here on the other shingle. That's why I removed those nails from up there too. So not only here, but here also. So this is just to help you guys kind of see why I'm removing these. It's always like to show. Now we're gonna do a comparison of the shingle. So it looks close. The older one might be a little bit wider in a sense, but it'll work for right now. I'm gonna put the old one there. One of the things that I do want to point out, and while I'm doing this repair, so I removed the wind creased one here, you know, with the tool and everything. As you guys can see, the shingle right above it, you know, even with the minimal of the tool removing it, of the nail, it's creating some damage. I don't know if you guys can see that, but so now essentially this shingle is damaged too. Now I'm afraid that as I keep going and I'm doing this repair, obviously I'm gonna have to put that shingle back to avoid any harsh water from coming in. But I'm also gonna have to do the repair for this. Now when I do the repair for this one, I believe I'm gonna damage this one, so on and so forth. It's gonna be a staggering effect because the shingles are brittle. I wouldn't recommend doing the repair on this. There is shingles that are repairable. They're not too brittle. In this case, these shingles are a little bit brittle, so I won't be able to do a great repair that we're gonna be able to warranty. So with that being said, I'm gonna nail that one back. I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. But just removing the old one, the other shingle above it got damaged. So with that being said, we're gonna slide the new tab over. Always wanna be as careful as possible, guys. Want to minimize that damage always. So that being said, line it up nice. Looks good right there. And we're gonna nail it down with our tool also. So it does have a slot here. We put the new nail in there, bring our hammer. Now we want to start nailing it down. Obviously we want to lift it up just a little bit to see what we're gonna be nailing. One. There's two. Three. I always like to do four. I know there was three here, but things changed when these shingles were laid and now to doing repairs. It's a minimal of four. So, all right, guys. Now I have to do the top ones that I loosened because it's held at different points, if you guys can recall. You guys can see as I'm hammering, there's a lot of granule lost here. So we use our snake tool to do this. Now, one of the things about using this tool, it does minimize the damages that we have to do. However, if you put the camera right here on the side, you guys are able to see that I'm not able to nail it down all the way. So the shingles are lifted. So I am gonna have to lift them up a little bit just to finish driving the nail over. That's typical. You know, it does minimize the damages, but it can't do the whole job by itself. So we do have to hammer them in. So I'm gonna do that as careful as possible. So I'm gonna take some after pictures. Obviously right here you kind of see the highlighted section, but you guys are able to see here the damages that I've caused to the additional shingles. I believe if I keep going with this repair, I'm just gonna keep going up to the ridge. I'm gonna damage the surrounding shingles. This repair has failed, guys. So please review this, let us know, get back to us if you guys need anything additionally, let us know. So I'm gonna put repair equals fail. We'll take some pictures for you guys. So